Some predators have the hang of it when it comes to hunting specific prey. For instance, the mink is an expert when it comes to hunting crayfish, and the goliath bird-eating spider knows how to grab a good meal. If you want to see some expert hunters, keep watching as we look at hunting moments by the best predators in the field. Number 14. Hornets. This first video will blow your mind. Whoever thought an insect could take down a rodent? I mean, I have seen army ant and ant colonies attack rodents, but just one insect is insane. Well, that's what this hornet does, and you can see how it handles the rodents in the video. It doesn't take long before the rodent is stunned by the hornets. Asian gigantic hornets, also known as murder hornets, can wipe out a honeybee colony in a matter of hours, thanks to queens that can grow to be 2 inches long and mandibles shaped like spiked shark fins. But in this video, a murder hornet takes on a praying mantis and slices the mantis's head with cold surgical precision, after which the mantis will die and be eaten by the hornets. I have seen it the other way around, but not this time. This murder hornet is taking the praying mantis to the cleaners. You can see the hornet tearing the mantis to shreds. Number 13. Hawks. Watch this hawk as it flies and searches for some goodies. It's able to snatch a bird in mid-air with one talon, just like a basketball player would make a catch in the outfield. That's truly a bird of prey with a natural gift for hunting. Number 12. Crab attack fish. This crab looks like a surgeon performing life-saving surgery on this fish, but it's the other way around. He's looking for a right place to puncture the fish so he can eat it. This crab is holding a fish with his pincers and is about to slice and dice it for lunch, but the fish gets away. I guess the crab didn't sharpen his pincers enough. So, you want clams for dinner? This blue crab does, but she doesn't need frying or breadcrumbs. In fact, she'll just take care of removing the shell herself. We know this crab is a female by the red tips on her claws. While we may use some small tools to eat crab claws ourselves, the crab uses its claws as a tool to pick apart and remove the meaty part of the clam. And as you can see, it's a tedious process that takes some time. Anyone who's eaten a crab claw can relate to having to work for your meal. Blue crabs not only eat clams, but they eat other shellfish too, like oysters and mussels. They'll eat almost any vegetable matter or animal, preferably dead or recently dead, sometimes even young crabs. And just like one of those crab restaurants with newspapers on the tables, they don't mind if shell pieces end up on the floor. Number 11. Jackals. Jackals are scavengers, and although they occasionally hunt, they're experts of ripping off prey from other predators. That's exactly what these two jackals are doing here. They just found a bat-eared fox and are eating it, but a caracal returns for his prey and the fight is on. The jackals harass the caracal and try to prevent him from getting one bite of the fox. The caracal hisses and warns them and tries to get a bite in there, but to no avail. With no more patience left, the caracal grabs the dead animal and tries to carry it away from the jackals, but the jackals don't give up. Another caracal holds a dead prey in his mouth as he tries to fend off a jackal. The caracal eventually takes off and runs like the wind away from the jackal. Number 10. Orangutans. Researchers have ranked orangutans above chimpanzees and gorillas, the two closest relatives of humans, as the most intelligent animals on Earth. A slow loris is being consumed by this orangutan. The orangutan's diet usually consists of fruit, so this behavior is unusual. Possibly to avoid the toxic bite of the slow loris, they knock it out of the tree and then kill it when it is dazed. No wonder orangutans are known for their brilliance. Number 9. Hyena versus lion. Hyenas lack the speed and agility of tigers, as well as the size and strength of elephants, which makes them vulnerable against a lion in a one-on-one duel. However, the outcome of an all-out fight between the large hyena clan and a small pride of lions is unpredictable. Several hyenas and 6 lions were killed in an attack in Ethiopia, so as a group, hyenas can take it to the lions. You can see the hyenas in our thumbnail giving this lion a hard time. If the hyenas are higher in numbers, they can provide the lions with a challenge, but the minute a few male lions enter the arena, the game changes. In this night video, these hyenas are encircling this lioness, and she is in big trouble. The hyenas are attacking the feline from all sides and bite her whenever they can. Eventually, the lioness weakens and the scavengers close the gap. They chase her everywhere she goes because they know they have the edge. This is a lone lioness, and it looks like she's not getting out of this jam. Unless by miracle, the rest of the pride shows up. Even a lone male lion would do the trick, but that's being overly positive. These two lionesses try to eat their lunch in peace, but a huge cackle of hyenas doesn't let them. They harass and bite the females, but as soon as a big male approaches, the hyenas sense the danger and disperse. It's amazing how the male lion instills fear of God into the hyenas. Even the lioness move aside to let the male eat the dead carcass. Number 8. Woodpeckers. This woodpecker and this blue jay seem like they're having a discussion about something important and can't seem to agree on it. They both yell at each other, and if this keeps up, they could get into a scuffle. I think the woodpecker would have the advantage, but I'm not sure. It looks like the blue jay is the aggressor and the woodpecker is sitting in a defensive position. In the end, it was two birds making a big fuss about nothing. In this video, the woodpecker walks his talk and attacks the blue jay. The two fall to the ground and wrestle it out, but the fight lasts only a few seconds. I never thought blue jays could be so fearless because woodpeckers have potent beaks that can deliver devastating blows. This woodpecker is scaring the hell out of these birds, and although they are standing their ground, they are slowly backing up because they just don't want to engage with the mighty woodpecker. Number 7. Eagle. This video almost looks like a scene from the movie Jason and the Argonauts when harpies attack Jason and his men. The eagle looks like a harpy, and the fox, well, he's just a fox. I'm actually surprised the fox is taunting the eagle this way, and I wouldn't have thought the eagle would be more aggressive as well. This eagle takes down a young wolf with ease. You can see the eagle flying with the wolf in his grasp. I wonder where the pup's mother was when this happened. This eagle lands on a deer's back and claws her clamps deep into the deer's body. Enough so blood begins to glide down the side of the deer's body. Evidently, the deer is much too big for the eagle to take off with it, so I'm wondering if there is a handler on his way to take his eagle and kill the deer. Or if the eagle bit off more than it could chew and now doesn't know what to do because it realizes it's not strong enough to take off with the deer. Number 6. Cougar attacks. This is the first time a cougar has been caught on camera fighting a wolf in an epic battle to the death. After spotting the animals in the Canadian woods, a group of campers decided to film the incredible encounter. On their way to Cowichan Lake near Vancouver, the group came across the fight in the distance as they drove through the woods. You can watch a cougar attack and kill an elk in this video by using a burst of speed and strength to smack it and quickly finish it off. This mountain lion grabs this deer by the throat and suffocates it as the deer tries to free itself. Once the cat has it in this position, it is very difficult for the deer to escape, but the deer keeps fighting and the two tumble some more until they land against the ledge of a building. The cougar keeps his stranglehold on the deer until the deer succumbs. Number 5. Minks attack snake. Walking their dog in a state wildlife management area near their home with their 11-year-old daughter, this mother-daughter team came face to face with something moving in the grass. As a result, whether she was on a nature trail, she was able to capture something unique with her new camera. Persistence and patience certainly do pay off. However, this was no small snake. The mink drew the snake to itself and attacked it until it was no longer breathing. Wildlife enthusiasts were walking along the country road when they saw a mink dart across the road in front of them. By the time they approached the snake, which appeared to be a northern water snake, the mink had already cornered it. Afterwards, they watched as the mink gnawed its way to the water snake's head by going under its tail. It took the mink several tries to get the snake from under a rock, because the snake's body had become firmly lodged between the rocks. Each time they looked at him, the mink quickly returned to his work. Number 4. Spiders. A large mygalomorph spider is caught on camera preying on an opossum for the first time. In northern Peru, researchers from the University of Michigan discovered a tarantula dragging a young opossum along the ground during their survey. They were shocked. In a lowland Amazon rainforest, a team of researchers was studying the interactions between arthropods and small vertebrates. Arthropod predation was found to be the cause of a surprising amount of mortality in Amazonian vertebrates, according to the research. To capture vertebrates, Amazonian spiders use a combination of modified jaws, massive fangs, and venom. This behemoth is the subject of myth and legend, with only a few having ever been seen in the wild. The Goliath bird-eating tarantula is a feared spider for good reason. It has a leg span of 11 inches and weighs over 6 pounds. It's so big, it feasts on mice and even birds. Retractable claws help the Goliath climb up any surface. When the day ends, the jungle comes alive and almost everything is on the Goliath's menu. Its eyes are small and ill-equipped for nighttime hunting, so it relies on its most fine-tuned sense, touch. Thousands of hairs along its body allow it to detect prey by feeling for vibrations. Just ahead is a gecko. The reptile seems unaware it's just inches away from the world's biggest spider. As the goliath's enormous fangs sink into the gecko, paralyzing venom is injected into its bloodstreams. Very quickly, the gecko's organs shut down, and the venom's enzymes start digesting it from the inside out. It's a gruesome way to die, but then again, the most fearsome spider in the world wouldn't have it any other way. It's feeding time, and this spider crushes a mouse for lunch. The mouse's eyes are still open, but I think the mouse is dead. It's immobile and just lying there under the spider. This is one big spider. Number 3. Fisher hunting. A fisher is not a cat, and they are not known for catching fish. Massachusetts has the second largest weasel species in the state after the North American river otter. During a winter night, a fisher runs into a backyard and attacks a possum. The possum is much smaller than the fisher, and when the fisher comes charging, the possum doesn't know what to do except curl up in fear. The fisher kills the possum without a problem. We've seen turkeys kill snakes in previous countdowns, but this turkey is doing everything to be killed in this video. He just lays on the ground like a big lump of meat and absorbs the fisher's attacks. The fisher has killed the turkey, and now it's time to reap the rewards. This is a graphic video of a North American fisher killing a woodchuck. People rarely get a chance to see fishers in the wild. After the killing, there's a lot of great close-up footage. In the event that you or your children are apprehensive about seeing the woodchuck's body parts, you should look elsewhere. This fisher scouts the lay of land when it has clawed up high up into a tree. It spots a fox and goes for the kill. The fox is about the same size as the fisher, so the hunt is not a walk in the park for the fisher, and the fox eventually gets away. This fisher chases a squirrel around a tree, and although the squirrel is quite fast, the fisher can catch it. Once that's accomplished, all the fisher must do is kill the squirrel, which is the easy part. This fisher seems to have killed a raccoon and is carrying the dead raccoon's head in its mouth. Did the fisher really kill the raccoon, or did it just find its head somewhere? That is the question. Number 2. Dog versus fox/coyote. This pointer attacks an injured fox, and although the fox tries defending himself, the dog is too strong. Although pointers are great hunting dogs, I'm surprised the pointer attacked the fox the way it did. I'm not sure if these two are really play fighting or if they're involved in a real fight, but the dog looks like he's trying to bite the fox's abdomen. It's a rough play fight, but not entirely convinced they hate each other. However, at some point, I almost feel like the dog will cut the fox's stomach open. Number 1. Mink catching crayfish. These minks hunt crayfish on the riverbank. The minks have no problem dealing with the crayfish, and it shows it's something they're used to doing. This little guy finds one and keeps looking for more. During this night shoot, you can see this mink hunting and eating crayfish. Crayfish is high on the mink's favorite menu items, so when they find one, they jump right in and feast on it. This mink surfaces with the crayfish in its mouth and carries it off on the riverbank to a more discreet place so it can enjoy its meal in peace. As the pond's plants, invertebrate, and wildlife diversity begin to increase, this mink seemed to be so preoccupied with hunting for crayfish they didn't mind the guy filming him. You can see the mink looking at the cameraman occasionally as if he's posing for him. He's kind of cute when he does that. Many of these hunts were spectacular, but for me, it's the size of the Goliath bird-eating spider that blew me away. That's one big and scary spider. Which one did you prefer? Why don't you let us know in the comment section below. So that's our look at hunting moments by the best predators in the field. Please leave us a like and let us know in the comments if you appreciated this video. Check out our other videos and join in the fun by subscribing. To see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded, click the notification icon. For the time being, that's all there is to it.